Hello friends, welcome to Nick IT Academy. In our today's session, we are going to learn about expression transformation in Informatica. This is the agenda for today's session. So first we are going to learn how to build a business logic in expression transformation and how to do a unit testing in Informatica and how to do a logic to abort the session for a particular condition. We will see a detailed practical session with some examples to understand this expression transformation very clearly. So if you haven't subscribed our channel, please subscribe the channel and click on the bell icon so that you'll be getting all the notification. Thank you. So let us start our session. Welcome to the session. Our today's session, we will start with expression transformation. So expression transformation is a passive transformation and connected one. So it will not filter out any record. So whenever we want to do any business logic in Informatica level, most of the business logic we will do in expression transformation. So expression transformation, it will have three different ports. So one is input port, output port, and variable port. So input port, through input port, you will get input to the transformation, and through output port, you will get the output. So if input and output is enabled, then we cannot write anything on the expression. We can create any number of ports here in expression transformation, and then we can start with the port here. If you take, this is the transformation. So this is the transformation. For this transformation, this is the input port. This is the input port. So this is the output port. If any input is coming to this port, okay, say for an example, this is input port. If the input is coming to the transformation, so it will go as output, right? It will go as output. Say for an example, any column we can take. If something is coming here, some ABC, so if you have enabled output, so definitely it will go like ABC only. Okay, some numbers it's coming. Okay, some salary column. Okay, you can take some salary column. I can take some 10,000. So this is also 10,000 only. It will not change in between. We are giving as input, we are taking as output. It will not change, but we can create some logic here. So we can create output port alone. So we can create output port alone in expression transformation. So it will not filter out any record, but it will change that. It will change the record. It will transform the record. So that's what expression transformation will do. Say for an example, this is salary port. The salary is coming like input. Okay, this is also salary, but here I'm going with incremented salary. Going with incremented salary here. So the salary will get incremented. And then if I'm writing some logic, okay, any logic you can write. Salary plus, I want to apply some 10% increment, 0.1. Okay, so this is what I can go for the one. Then if it is 10,000, so here it will be 11,000. So 10% increment on the salary. So for all the record, we'll be getting it. So this is the passive transformation. We'll be having three different port. So one is input port, output port, variable port. So what is variable port, right? Whenever we want to do any intermediate calculation, so that can be achieved by using variable port. But remember, we cannot take variable port outside. So if you are creating any variable port here, so that variable port, we cannot take it outside. If we want to do any intermediate calculation, any value should be used in intermediately in this particular transformation, then you have to use variable port only. Output port, you cannot use it again in the same transformation. We cannot use output port in the any other calculation in the same expression transformation. That's what I will explain this so that you'll get clear idea. If you look at here, so whenever we want to do intermediate calculation, then you can go for the variable port, but we cannot take variable port as output. See here, this is the variable port. I'm adding a plus b, and then I'm giving c equal to, this is output. If I want to take output, then this can be used as output. So variable port. Variable port you have to assign. Then here, some intermediate calculation, e equal to d plus the variable port. Here I'm using. I cannot use O underscore C here. Okay. For any intermediate calculation, we cannot use output port. That's what. So if I have input port, variable port, output port, this is the order of execution. First, input port, it will be executed, then variable port, then output. Okay. So remember, expression is a passive transformation. We cannot do any filter on the expression transformation. Okay. We will do some logic in expression so that we will get clear idea. Okay. If you look at here, so I want to increment 10% the salary for each and every employee. How can I increment? So that's what we have to do the expression. So if you look at here, I will create a new mapping. Go to mapping, create m underscore expression transformation. Expression underscore transformation. So I will take source table. I will take source employees table. I will take t underscore employees table target. So this one I will take source employees table, target employees table. Then I can go for expression. So this f of x is the expression transformation. So I will take expression transformation in between. For each and every employee, I have to find out incremented salary, 10% increment on the salary. So I can take all the port from source to expression, double click on the expression. You can go here. So this is what the port, input port, output port, variable port. Then you'll be having expression. If input and output is enabled, then expression will not be enabled here. So you cannot write anything. So because it's input is coming, then we are getting as output. We are not changing in between. But here I want to change the salary. So I'm just keeping the cursor here and I'm adding one more port. So this is nothing but like alter table, add a column, right? The same way. We are adding one more port here. Okay, one more port here. So I can go for new underscore salary or incremented salary. Anything I can go for, or incremented salary. Okay, incremented salary. If salary is decimal, this also decimal. This incremented salary also decimal. So you can go for decimal point. This is decimal point. I'm just making as output. Then only expression will be enabled. Either it should be output port or it's a variable port. But if it is a variable port, we cannot take this output to the next level. So for that, I'm using as output. I want to make this salary port only as input. Okay. So only as input. This is what I'm going with, incremented salary. Then you can click on this expression. So here we can write any logic. So look at here, I'm going to write a logic salary. So plus salary into something I'm writing, salary into 0.1. Okay, I'm going 0.1. So what this particular logic will do? So whatever we are writing here functions, so we have to validate here. So validate, the expression should be parsed successfully. Click on OK, apply. So what it will do, irrespective of the employee, for all the employee, it will calculate 10% increment on the salary. Okay, if you look at here, salary is coming like input, right? It has the input, but here there is no output. Small arrow mark is not there. Here there is no input. Here it is an output. So we can take from employee ID to job ID from source. So we can take from here, and the incremented salary to this one, you can take it outside like this. Control yes, it's a valid one. Okay, so this is what you can go for salary input, salary output. Okay, incremented salary. So I will create a workflow and then I will show you how it will be calculated. Then we will do different logic. Okay, then you will come to know, okay, this is what the logic can be implemented in expression transformation. So in order to implement most of the logic, we have to learn Oracle single row functions. Okay, the single row functions we should know clearly. Just I'm creating a workflow called expression transformation. Then I can go with session. I can choose the mapping, connect with the link task, double click on the expression, go to mapping. Source should be pointing to source. target should be pointing to target connection. Go a little bit down. We can truncate the target table to config. So config object stop on error equal to 1. One error, we have to stop. Fail parent if this task fails. So these are all common properties. Just we have enabled. The workflow is valid now. Just I'm going to start the workflow. Going to start the workflow to be started. If you look at here, monitor will be opened. So same number of record will be getting it from. It will not filter out any record. 107, 107. There is no rejection. So if I'm going here, then I can check it. So how can I check? Select star from T underscore employees. Okay, so this is what I can check. Okay, so for each and every employee, it has been incremented. 10% has been incremented. Okay, if you look at here, what is the salary of Stephen? 24,000. 10% increment. So 24,000 plus 2,400. So I'll be getting 26,400. So this is what we'll be getting, right? Okay, so how can I do testing? So unit testing. How will you do unit testing? Say for an example here, we are loading the data for any Informatica mapping. We have to do unit testing, right? For any mapping, we have to do unit testing. For this scenario, how can I do the unit testing? Okay, this is very simple scenario. So how can I do the unit testing? So this is what we will do normally. At least one record we have to backtrack. A sample record we have to backtrack from target to source, and then we have to find out okay whether how it is populating. But for this scenario, our source is Oracle table, right? Our source is Oracle table. Target also Oracle table. Okay, on same DB we have. So here we are implementing the Informatica logic. For an example, in the source, if I have data like this, 10,000, the target will be getting salary as 11,000, right? 11,000. So this is what it will be moving. 10% increment on the salary for one record. Okay, how can I test it? So we have to take target table record, right? Select salary from target table. Select salary from source table. So can I take directly source? No, right? We have to take the logic. We have to take salary into 10%. That particular logic we have to make. Okay. So here we have to make salary into 0.1. Salary into 0.1. This is the incremented salary. You have to add with salary column. Salary plus. So why I am doing in source? So I am doing the logic in source. Yes. So this is already incremented salary. Here we are getting incremented salary. That is 11,000. So minus we have to make, right? Yes, correct. So we have to go for the minus. Target minus source, source minus target. So here we have to make minus. So always you take some key column values. So employee, so key column you have to take employee underscore ID, comma. So this one. Then here also you have to take the key column. Employee ID, comma, salary. For this employee, what is the salary? So that's what it will calculate. Okay. So this is what we have to write the minus queries to find out okay whether we have moved correctly or not. Okay, we will check it here. Simply we will start. I will tell you after some time how to do if the source is Oracle, target is Teradata. A source is SQL Server, target is Teradata, something. Two different DB. So how to check it, that I will explain later. But if both are in same DB, how to do this? So if you look at here, so here I cannot do minus query, right? Here I cannot do. So minus select star, we cannot go with salary column. So we'll go with the employee ID. So employee ID, comma salary, right? So we can take comma salary from employees table. So employees table. So can I take HR.employees? Yes, you can take. Here I have to implement the logic. Salary plus salary into 0.1. That I have to make. So here also I have to take salary column only, employee ID comma salary from T underscore employees. Can I take from here? So this query cannot be executed, right? So it cannot be executed. Why? Because so from core schema, we do not have access to access this particular source table. So where can I access it? In admin schema only we can able to access. In real-time project, if you want to access like this, we have to get permission. Access we need to get from the DBA. They will provide the privileges. But here we will execute in admin schema. If you look at here, if you are getting null, that means it has loaded correctly. So we'll be getting employee ID, all the employee ID, their salary. So for this employee, this is the salary. Yes, you can also see here incremented one. Whatever we have implemented in Informatica level, that expression transformation level. So that we are doing it in SQL query. That's what it is getting minus. For an example, if we have loaded wrongly for one particular record, okay, in target, we have loaded wrongly for one particular record or any other particular department because of logic, it not loaded properly. So this particular record, okay. So 110, yeah, for this John, we are not loading correctly. So 10 has been added extra. This is wrong, right? So due to some reasons, the record is not correct. If you are going to execute this minus query, so definitely it will take that particular record. So 110. So this is wrong, wrongly loaded. So that's what you can test it. In unit testing, so this is what we will do the testing. So you may ask question, this is one simple transformation. You did it like this. If I have more transformation, yeah, we have to do all this in SQL query only. SQL query, we have to implement one by one. Whatever the transformation logic here we are writing, all the transformation logic, we have to write in SQL query and then we have to do it. Okay. This is one simple query. Okay. So now we will go with one more logic. See, this is the one. So this is the one. If salary less than or equal to 10,000, less than or equal to 10,000, I have to increment by 10% or 20%, 20%. Else, if their salary is greater than 10,000, increment with 10% only. Okay, if they are already getting more than $10,000, increment by 10%. If their salary is less than 10,000, increment by 20%. How can I implement if then else logic in expression? In Informatica, if logic is, this is what we have to write if logic. IIF. Okay, if open bracket condition. So if condition, comma, if the condition is true, what I have to do? If the condition is false, what I have to do? Okay, so this is what you have to write. If condition, so this is what I have to do. If condition, comma true, comma false. We will do it here for this scenario. For this scenario, I will go here. So how can I implement? Okay, if IIF, if salary, okay, if salary less than or equal to 10,000, then I have to increment 20%, right? I have to increment 20%. So this is one. Okay, this is one thing, comma 0.2. Okay, else part this one, else this one, close. So we have to make sure that we are correctly following that open bracket and closed bracket. Wherever opening, wherever we are closing, just we have to validate it always. So if you have confusion here, then go to this Notepad++. So you should have the Notepad++, right? Go to Notepad++. We can write over there. Okay, Notepad++. We can write, we can check where is the open bracket, where is the closed bracket. So if you look at here, if logic. So whatever we have written here, just I want to check it. So if you look at here, if salary less than or equal to 10,000, this is condition, right? So yes, if it is yes, then I'm incrementing like this. Salary plus salary into 0.2. Else part is this one up to here. So whatever I have opened here, I have to close here. Okay, so this is what expression I have written. Okay, now validated, apply, okay, save, refresh mapping, control yes, should be a valid one, start workflow. You can see here, again the same number of records should get loaded. So it got loaded. If you go and check now, core schema, we can see here. So those who are getting, okay, more than 10,000, only 10%, less than 10,000, 12%, 20%. How can it test it? This one. How can it test? This one is target is same minus source. How can I test it here? I have to go for case statement. So case when salary less than or equal to 10,000, then this is the one, right? This one. Else less than or equal to, this is 0.2. Else 0.1. So 10% increment. End. Whenever we are opening the case, we have to close end at the end, and you can make it like this is the salary column. Okay, just if you are executing, this should be executed. Yes, it's giving the result. Then we will do the minus. Okay, yes, it's correctly loaded. So this is what you can test it, whether we are getting correctly or not. Okay, even if you want to go with if salary some if then else more. So why I want to go for more, right? Okay, nested function. If condition, if the condition is true, one more if condition we are going with. The condition is false, one more if. So like this, I'm just following. So if I want to go with like this, salary less than greater, if salary less than or equal to 5,000, then 30% increment. If the salary between 5,000 and 10,000, increment the salary by 20%. The salary greater than 10,000, increment by 10%. So we have to put three different logic. See, I have given the expression here already. I have written. So how can I do it? So you can go for the same way. If then else logic. Okay, if then else logic. So you can go like this. Okay, say for an example, how can I write IIF? If, so how can I write? If salary less than or equal to 5,000, this is one condition, comma. If it is 5,000, I'm incrementing by 30%. Correct? If it is 5,000, I'm incrementing by 30%. Correct. Else part, else. Again, two more conditions are there. For that, I'm going with one more if. So this is if condition. Wherever I'm opening, I have to close. Okay, if condition. So if salary greater than 5,000 and salary less than 10,000, then salary plus this one. Else part, yeah, else part obviously it's 30%, right? So else part is greater than 10,000. So that's what here we have salary into 0.1. This logic I have to write. Okay, whatever we are writing here, just we have to make sure that the bracket and all we are making correctly. Okay, where we are opening, where we are closing. So that should be, if you validate, the expression should be valid. So this is nothing but nested if function. Even inside if also, you might be using different logic here. That's what you can go for. Apply, okay, save, and refresh mapping, control S, start workflow. You can see here. So we will do it. So it will run. But how can I implement the logic? Case the same way. Case when this one less than, what is the logic? You will see less than or equal to 5,000. Less than or equal to 5,000. Then 30%. Else So we can go for when condition, right? So we can go for one more condition here. When salary greater than 5,000, and salary less than or equal to 10,000, then 20%, else 10%. So this is the one. We can check whether the query is running. Yes, then you can check it has been succeeded, loaded. Now we will check it. So here, so this is what we have to write, some case statement, all this. I hope you are clear. So how to write all this? Now we will see one by one. The minus query also I have given. Just go through this one. Okay. The minus query also I have given. Okay. So now we will go with one more logic. Many logic we'll go with. Say for an example, small logic you will see, so that you will get an idea. Okay, this is what I have to use expression transformation. If you look at here, first name, in the source I have the first name. So this first name I have to make it like uppercase. Okay, uppercase. In the target it should be an uppercase, and last name should come along with employee ID underscore last name. Email, so whatever email we have, if their salary is greater than 10,000, I have to make it like this at gmail.com or yahoo.com. Just simply to implement the if logic. Phone number, we have to remove the dot, we have to add plus symbol, plus one hyphen. Job ID, we have to take from fourth character. Commission percentage, if the commission percentage is null, we have to make it like a 0. Okay, so this is what I have to implement. Hire date, yes, you can go for leap year, non-leap year, null. Okay, I will remove this job ID logic. I will find hire date, whether it is a leap year, non-leap year. I will send this leap year, non-leap year to job ID column. Okay, so how to implement this logic? So first name, I'll make it like input alone. Create new first name. That means O underscore first name. O underscore first name means output port. O underscore first name is an output port. String. The first name is 20 character. Uppercase also might be 20 character only. So here, how can I make first name in uppercase? Simply we have to make upper of. Okay, how do I know all this function? So here, if you go to all functions, you are seeing all the functions, right? So a lot of functions are there. I will tell you what the function will do. As of now, we are doing upper. Validated. It should be valid. Next one. So last name. So what I can go for last name? Yes, you can see the last name. I can add this one, O underscore last underscore name. Last underscore name. 30 characters I'm adding. Why 30? I want to add employee ID. So last name I can go with, so employee ID underscore. So port always take from here, employee ID. So don't type it. Sometimes we may do mistake. So you can take port and functions from here, employee ID underscore. So here employee ID, if I underscore is the character, if I want to put underscore here, I have to go for concatenation. So take this one, pipe symbol to concatenation. So underscore or hyphen underscore concatenation. This is what we have to do. So concatenation, you can go for pipe symbol here in Informatica. Validate, it should be valid. Then go to email column, email. So we can go for O underscore email. So O underscore email means output port. So 25 characters. Then I can go for here email. So email port. So if logic, right? So if logic. IIF, if salary. So not type it. Take from here salary greater than 10,000. Then email at gmail.com, right? Concatenation with at gmail.com. Else means comma. So else part email at yahoo.com. Email at yahoo.com. So you can close it. So wherever we are opening, just we have to close it. So we have to validate it. It should be valid. Whatever the hard-coded value should be single quotes, should be in single quotes. Click on OK. This is email, phone number. We have to remove the dot. So to remove the dot, we have to go for replace character. Okay, the function name is called replace character, O underscore phone underscore number. So I will, to differentiate, I will make uppercase. So this one 25 characters. I'll go here, phone number. So I want to make plus I one hyphen, right? So plus one hyphen. This is hard-coded value, single quotes, concatenation. Then I have to replace. Wherever dot comes, I have to replace with null. So for that, I will go for replace character. One function is called replace character. We have two functions, replace character, replace string. So in Oracle, we have only function called replace, right? We have seen replace and translate. So replace means it will replace whatever we are giving by character wise. Here it is a string, entire string, it will be replaced. I'll go for replace character. If you keep the cursor on the function in the below, it will show you how many arguments are needed. For this, flag is integer, first argument. This needs 4 arguments. First argument is flag. Second argument is character. Character is char, character is character. So what is that I will explain. Flag as integer means, see whether it is a case sensitive or a case insensitive. That's what I have to go with. It's a case insensitive. Dot and all, it's a case insensitive. I can go for 0, case insensitive. Then what is the character column? Phone number, comma. So I have to replace dot here, comma, null. Null means this is the character we have to use, null. So dot with null. Validate, it should be valid. Okay. So this is what you have to do. Then next one, hire date. I want to find out the hire date is leap year or non-leap year. On the job ID column, I have to give. Okay. So I will create a new column, O underscore leap or non-leap. So this is string column only. Based on the date column, I'm finding string. Leap year, non-leap year, I'll go for 20 characters. And here I will write the logic. So how can I write logic? Leap year. So we have to extract the year from date. So in order to extract the year from date, we have the function date function. If you go here, we have the function called get date part. So get date part, date as date, format as character. Date as date. What is the date? Hire date. From hire date, we have to get year, y. So from hire date, I'm taking the year alone. Then I'm using modulus function, modulus of this one, modulus of this one. So what is the function? Divided by 4, comma 4. Okay, modulus of this one, comma 4. If it is equal to 0, then it is a leap year, right? Then I can go for if function, IIF. If this one equal to 0, then I'm making leap year. Else, I have to go for non-leap year. So you have to practice it, then only you will come to know, okay, how we are writing the open bracket, closed bracket and everything. Otherwise, very first time you will not get it. Okay. So I will make this leap year, non-leap year also in the logic. Okay. I have given here. So you can make this, whether hire date is leap year, non-leap year, just I have given. Okay. Job ID, salary, commission percentage. So you assume that in target commission percentage is not null column. So just I'm taking O underscore commission percentage, decimal. So here I will take if is null of commission percentage, if is null of commission percentage, comma 0, else commission percentage itself. Okay. So this is what I can go with logic. Validate it. It should be valid. Click on OK, apply. See, after creating this, some of the columns has been removed. So because here we have taken this as a only input. So take O underscore output first name to first name, last name to last name, O underscore email to email, O underscore phone number to phone number, then commission percentage to commission percentage. See here, I'm going to remove this job ID column. I'm going to place this leap year column to job ID. Since both are like character column, I can give no issues. The column name might be different. Okay. If you look at here, refresh mapping, Control S. If you see here, once it has loaded, I will tell you. Okay. Yeah, so it has been loaded. Now you can check here. So go and check in the target table. So for each and every column, we have to write logic. Okay, so I can go here. I'll put select star from the salary, T underscore employees. Okay, so I will take from here. So first name is coming like uppercase. This is coming like last name underscore. This underscore is there since font size is big. You're not able to see underscore is there in every column. Then it's making gmail.com or yahoo.com based on the salary. Then it's making +1 hyphen this one. Then here higher date, non-leap year. And these are all like leap year, right? 2008, 2004 are leap year. The commission is null, we are getting 0, else we are getting the commission percentage itself. So this is what you can go for the expression transformation. So these are all very basic concept only in expression. If you do practice like this, so you will get to know many logic. Okay, many different logic. Okay, so here one questions today one of my student asked. So one of the interview they were asking questions. If I'm going to get your name in any particular column value, then mapping should get failed, saying that wrong first name or something. Okay, something like that. You want to fail it. So what I'm going to do, instead of Alexander, I'm going to edit it. Normally I'm going to update it here. So if I'm going to get this particular name in the first name, then I have to fail the Informatica mapping. Is it possible? If I'm going to make like this, I have to make it fail. Okay, how can I make it failed? So I'm going to commit it. Okay, it has been committed. Then if you look at here, I'm going to execute. Okay, data is coming like this. I have to fail the particular session if I'm getting this character. Okay, this name. How can I do the logic? I will create a new mapping. I do not want to disturb this. I will go here, m underscore expression underscore 2. I'll take employees table, t underscore employees table. I will take expression here. So this is for first name column, right? Double click, go to first name, O underscore first name, O underscore first underscore name. So this is 20 character. Yes, this is also 25 character you can make. Okay, here I'm writing the logic. Okay, we have, if you go to the functions, we can see abort logic, right? So what abort logic will do? So I'm going to write if logic. If this particular column, if first name equal to this one, then okay, then I'm going to abort this particular session. You can go for abort logic, any condition, not only this condition, any condition. Abort logic saying that expression logic failed due to incorrect first name, something like that. Okay, so whatever it may be, incorrect first name, like this you can write. So whatever the condition you can write. Else part, you can go for the same first name. You need to get the same first name, right? That's what we have to write. So if condition, the condition is true, then I have to abort this. The condition is false, I have to get the same first name only. So if you look at here, I'm going to make employee ID to employee ID, first name to first name. So this one, Control S. Okay. So like this, then I'm going to make workflows. So WF underscore expression underscore 2. So I'm writing like this. Okay. Expression 2. Double click on this, go to mapping. Source should be pointing to source. Target should be pointing to target. If I'm going to run now, it should fail. Some logic, okay, some data validation if you want to do in Informatica. If interviewer they're asking, okay, I'm going to do some data validation because of this data, some invalid data, it should fail. Then you can go for this kind of logic. It should fail now. Actually, I forgot to mention this fail parent if this task fails. That's why. Transformation evaluation error. So fatal error. Expression logic failed due to incorrect first name. About logic. So this is what it will fail. Okay. If I'm getting correct name, so instead of this, if I'm getting some other name, will it fail? I'm going to make it like a different name. Okay, different name. It is not equal to the one. Okay. So commit successful. Then I'm going to run it. So since I have changed the data, no need to change anything on the Informatica level. Data only changed. Okay. Same one in different way they are asking. If I'm getting null value on the department ID column, see here it got succeeded. Null value on the department ID column. If any null value, if one null value is coming on this particular column, fail the session. Fail the session. Okay, if one null value is coming, fail the session. How can I write the logic? Same logic, right? Same logic. So O underscore PEPT underscore number. This is decimal only. So here I can go with department number. Same way. What is the logic I can write? If IIF, if is null of, if is null of department ID. Okay, if it's null of department ID, comma, then I can call the abort logic. Abort. So department ID is null as null value. As null value. Okay. So I can write like this. Else I can go with the department ID itself. Validate. Okay, if is null of this one, right, then only. Fail parent mapping. So config object stop on error equal to 1. Save. Since I haven't give this port to next level, right, it is not validated. Okay, now it got validated, right? Same. Department ID has null value. Aborting the session. So like this, normally we used to put a lot of logic in our Informatica. So this is what you have to check. Thank you all. Then